Museo buses going out after a school vacation. 9 months a year, they remain on road, hopping from a place to the other every 3 days. The staff members live a camp life inside the bus. When it reaches a school hundreds of miles away from a big city, it brings in a new life to the school and the community. The mobile science exhibition is received like a circus, like a carnival. It takes only half an hour to prepare the exhibit, putting the stairs, connecting the electrical cord, running a portable generator where there is no electricity, and opening the lid for exhibition. The bus unravels a mystery. The curious, excited but disciplined children flock around the bus. And sometimes stand in a long queue. Young children run the show by themselves. They are trained to demonstrate exhibits to their schoolmates and quite often to their teachers and parents. Science museums work for it throughout the year. Bus body is constructed as per a special design prepared by the museum staff. Interior fixtures and electricals are all custom built. Buses are made in a central workshop for different science centers bearing their names on the body: Lucknow, Bhopal, Nagpur or Bhubaneswar. Exhibits are made in-house. All exhibits are participatory with animation and working mechanism, simple enough for easy repair on road. The museums have well-equipped design center and machine shop for exhibit production. Experiment goes on with different types of museo buses. This bus body is extendable, where lids can be fully opened to make a platform on the base and a canopy on the top. Exhibits can be pulled outside manually to make more room inside. The bus, which is 8 feet wide on road, turns 14 feet wide during exhibition, thus offering enough moving space inside. At one time, the museum tried large trailer buses which had to be discontinued for turning difficulties in narrow village roads. "20 museo buses carry exhibits on science and technology to the door of the common man all over the country. In 1987 alone, such museo buses were seen by more than 1.5 million people in India. "20 years after the first museo bus was launched, the Indian Science Museums decided to fly abroad. A DC-10 aircraft was chartered to carry 150 crates of exhibits to America to set up a 20,000 square feet traveling exhibit there. The exhibit traveled through 6 cities in America for more than 2 years. The premiere show was in Chicago in June 1985.
Traditional and modern, two contrasting words and images, but both quite relevant to India of the 20th century. To the Western world, India is a country of bewildering complexities and enormous potential. The blend of aesthetic sense and technical skill is found in the arts and crafts of India. Brocade and silk saris from Varanasi and Kanchipuram rival the intricate marble inlays of the Taj Mahal. Wood carvings, silk embroidery, gems, exquisite solar pith designs reveal the artisan as master technician. Described as the crowd pullers by the museum officials, many Americans watched in fascination as the master craftsmen brought tradition alive in silver filigree and meenakari with an expertise perfected over centuries. For the younger generation, the most interesting aspect of the exhibit were the areas where they could touch, feel, and smell. These young people, oblivious to their high-tech surroundings, are totally immersed in creating their own works of art, proving that despite all the good things in the exhibit, it's the human interaction that makes the difference. Visitors of all ages, through interaction with the many demonstrations by leading artisans and watching examples of India's scientific breakthroughs, can leave with a better understanding of the vast contributions this land has given to the world.
It was really unique, things that I'd never seen, highly specialized, everything was great. I don't know, it's just really hard to say.
And Jay?
Things that I thought could only be done with a machine, I was seeing done by hand. It was unbelievable.
So is it the traditional craft and the art that has caught your eye?
For me, that's what it is exactly.
Well, I like the surgical instruments.
Why?
Well, because they're shaped like animals. I like the musical instruments.
I think it's just a marvelous science exhibit, and I think we failed to learn many, many things in school a long time ago. And I don't think because of the lack of communications many years ago, they were so aware of all of their scientific abilities over there.
First of all, I think it's absolutely fantastic and extraordinary. My husband and I have had the good fortune of going to India, and we're returning in October. We have been somewhat aware of the great scientific achievements of this Indian civilization and of the great artistic accomplishments, but we're still amazed, and we also think it's wonderful that it's being shared with the rest of the world.
For sharing the experience with the rest of the world, the Indian Science Museums flew to Soviet Russia in 1987. It was another exhibit shown in Leningrad, Moscow and Tashkent for 1 year.
Metallurgy is evident in the rustless iron pillar which dates back to the Gupta period. The pillar now located in Delhi is still a marvel to modern metallurgists. Zinc smelting started in India several centuries before zinc was known to Europe. A recreated zinc furnace from Jawar testifies to India's achievements in metallurgy. This exhibit explains how Yantar Mantar, the huge masonry observatory, was used for reading local time and fixing locations of distant celestial bodies. Theorem on right-angle triangle, enunciated in India before Pythagoras, is a great fun for the children. Geometry evolved in India from the construction of altars. The richness of geometrical figures and patterns are evident in the ancient temples. One can play and recreate such patterns in innumerable ways and get really engrossed in it.
Traveling exhibits in America and Russia have attracted several million people to Indian science in recent years. The National Council of Science Museums is now preparing a grand gala exhibit on fun science with 100% participation in 100 and odd exhibits. These exhibits will fly, float and move all over the country.